All right. Good evening, everyone. And thank you so much for joining us this evening to hear a little bit more about Solvasa. My name is Meredith Teason, and I get the privilege of being the Senior Vice President here of Connector and Customer Experience. And I'm so thrilled to be able to join you tonight to share just a little bit more about Solvasa. So if you are watching this live, or if you're watching the recording of this, thank you for sharing a little bit of your time with us for us to be able to walk you through what Solvasa is all about, the products, the practices, and just the overall community that we are building. I am thrilled because tonight I get to be joined by our very own co-founder and CEO, Lori Bush, where she is going to just share with us, a little bit about why she decided to come out of retirement and why Solvasa. So instead of hearing from me right now, I want to pass it over to Lori for her to share a little insight of why Solvasa. So please welcome Lori Bush.
Thanks, Meredith. I almost don't know where to start tonight because there's just so many things swirling through my mind, all happening in such an amazing way so fast. But I wanted to take the theme. So Solvasa, we have a mantra, intention over habit, attitude over age, and presence over everything. And to a large extent, we've focused on the intention over habit part and the presence over everything. But I wanted to talk a little bit about attitude over age, because this is something that I had to embrace personally as we've started creating the vision for Solvasa and what it would be, which started back in early 2018. So I guess just probably in late 2017, early 2018. And Dr. Chopra and I started talking about this big gap in the beauty and wellness space and marketplace, and started ideating around what it could be and should be. And we started evolving from it being an idea to really being an initiative and ultimately a movement. I really felt that Dr. Chopra needed a kind of a yin to the yang of male physician to a female counterpart. And he kept saying to me, well, that should be you, Lori. And I said, I'm retired, and I committed to my husband that we would retire in 2016. And he's been really great at retirement. I've been a little crazy doing boards and advisory and academia and all of that, but I love this idea. So I will work to make this happen because I believe it's something that's important, but I'm not going to take on the CEO role. I am not going to be the spokesperson and the forward-facing person for the company. And part of the reason was because I felt like I was too old. That, at the age of, I'm in my early 60s. I still want to call it early because I'm 63 right now. I'll disclose that. But I thought, it should be somebody who was a bit younger than me. Well, that attitude over age thing. But what has happened in the last number of months as we've moved forward, a number of things have really been learning for me on this journey. And a part of it is this aspect that I want to share a little bit about that has really caused me to think about things a little bit differently, especially as it relates to age and business. So yesterday, a new book was released called Connect the Dots. And I'm going to be honest, it's actually called Align the Dots. I think it should be called Connect the Dots, but it's about aligning different aspects of business. And I was interviewed for this book and also asked to write one of the critical endorsements for the book, which I did. It was a fun experience. The book was released yesterday. I'm actually in the section about importance of aligning corporate culture and creating corporate culture in any business. But one of the things I asked the author for was a quid pro quo, which I usually, and when I'm doing pro bono or support work, I don't ask anybody for anything. But in this case, I had an ask because the author was friends and knew an individual named Guy Kawasaki, who was one of the early executives at Apple, very successful. He's a speaker, a writer, a blogger, and I just loved his work. And I'd seen him speak once, but I didn't meet him, and I wanted to meet him. So the quid pro quo was I got to sit down and have coffee with Guy Kawasaki. And the outcome of that is I was telling him that, I was telling Guy when I met him, is that I like to quote fun quotes that I think are sticky and memorable. And he has a number of them. And one of the ones I use a lot was eat like a bird and poop like an elephant. And and he laughed and he said, I haven't used that one in a long time. I'm going to have to start using it again. And I told him about why it resonated with me, because the explanation is that we think of birds as not eating a lot. Eat like a bird, you think that somebody doesn't eat very much, but actually birds are voracious consumers. They consume a very high percentage of their body weight on a daily basis. So they have the energy to fly. So the idea of eat like a bird is taken a lot, taken, but then put something big out there after you've consumed. Yeah. And although it's a little bit crass, the idea of pooping like an elephant, it's memorable. And this idea of putting something big out there. So as I started thinking about what my responsibility was to Solvasa and this business, I've had this amazing career and so many different experiences. And I realized that business authors and podcast hosts are coming to me for perspectives on this business. I need to be there for the people who have committed to Solvasa. And we have had amazing commitment from our investors, from our the management team who has joined us, many of whom are working for the passion of what we're about, and especially for the people who are joining us as connectors. So I got together with my husband and I said, I guess I have to poop like an elephant. I had said to him, I felt like I'd put a stake in the ground that I wasn't going to be the CEO. And I was doing that for the reasons that I had made to a commitment to retire and spend time with him on our beautiful vineyard. And when I went to him and said, you know what, I really think that this is something that I feel very strongly about. I need to show up for this as much as I expect everybody to show up and be there for the people who have entrusted their skin, their well-being, their business to us. I want to show up. And my husband's response was, I've known this all along. I was just waiting for you to get to this place where you realize that retirement was not in the cards. So I am proudly going forth as the CEO of this amazing, not even new business, new category and movement that we're creating called Solvasa. And I'm feeling every bit as charged up as if I was 30 years old. So here we go. Attitude over age all the way. And I'm going to kick it back to you, Meredith.
I love it. And here's the thing, 60 is the new 30. That's exactly what it is.
Well, I like to say that 60 is the new 60 because I don't feel like there's anything that I'm not doing today and feeling. The big difference is that I've got 60 years of learning under my belt and close to 35 years of experience in healthcare, beauty, and 20 years now in the direct selling space. So it's fun to really be able to culminate with something as cool and meaningful and purposeful as we're doing. So I'll let you take it over.
Well, thank you so much. And we are so thrilled that you have taken on this amazing big role because I don't think anybody else could have filled those shoes. That's my belief. So I'm just absolutely thrilled. And I know it's something for us to celebrate and to look forward to. And your fingerprints are so all over this company. And I know that you're going to steer us absolutely into the right path. And I love your passion and big heart for being so generous and abundant with your knowledge. So this is going to be a tremendous just journey, right? Life's about the journey. It's not necessarily about the destination. It's about the journey and who we get to bring along that journey. And so for everybody who's out there, I hope that you got a little glimpse of really the heart and the passion behind Solvasa, because I'm a firm believer it starts at the top, and it definitely starts at the top with our co-founders, with Lori and Ritu, Dr. Chopra. This is the heart and the passion that you're seeing, just real and raw and live right here. And so I do want to walk you through a little presentation. I want to be very mindful and respectful of everybody's time. So I'm going to switch over my screen and walk you all through a brief presentation really quick so that you can get a better feel about Solvasa and everything that we are about. Let me just get to the slideshow here. So as you have already heard just a little bit of who we are, let me take the story one step further and really walk you through how the collaboration in Solvasa came to be between a doctor and a patient, and realizing the mission and what they had the opportunity to bring to light. And instead of me sharing Dr. Chopra and Lori's story, I want you to hear it from them. So we recorded a quick little video on our iPhone in Dr. Chopra's home, just to kind of walk you through the steps of how Solvasa came to be. Here you go.
So what struck me when I first met Lori as a patient was the way she got down to the business of treating and beating her cancer. There was no sign of fear, there was no panic whatsoever. It was just an intense resolve to take care of it and get on with her life.
To tell the truth, there was some fear. I thought I was perfectly healthy, and breast cancer just caught me off guard. Who doesn't dread that diagnosis? But it was easy for me to connect with Ritu because he never made me feel like I was going into an impersonal surgical exercise. It was more like I was partnering with a guide on this unexpected adventure. We even took a selfie of ourselves together to mark the beginning of the journey.
So when you think about plastic surgery, you probably go right to facelifts, breast augmentations, tummy tucks, Botox filler, all of the above. And that is a big part of my practice. But my success as a cosmetic surgeon is undoubtedly connected to my extensive reconstructive practice. When it comes to any patients, but especially my breast cancer patients, it's not just about the surgery. It's about my responsibility to help my patients deal with their new normal and find their personal source of beauty in whole wellness.
As a longtime executive in the skincare business, I often spoke about the connection between skin, body, and mind. But I didn't always practice what I preached. I believed that stress management techniques, such as meditation, were for people who had nothing better to do with their time. I even prided myself on being able to function on no more than 4 hours of sleep a night. But during my cancer treatment, I developed a deeper understanding and appreciation of the profound impact that stress has on cellular health. When stress gets the better of you, all the cosmeceuticals in the world aren't going to prevent the acceleration of the aging process.
During Lori's regular visits to my office, I really enjoyed hearing her perspective on the beauty industry. As a plastic surgeon, I know that a cosmetic surgery or filler is only part of the program. Without the right skincare products, nutrition, and lifestyle practices, patients will not achieve the outcomes they desire. So through the years, I've developed an approach to skincare that draws on inspiration from my grandfather, who was a surgeon and practitioner of Ayurvedic medicine in India. Now combine that with my Western expertise in aesthetic surgery, teamed up with industry perspective, that's how Solvasa was created.
I must admit, our beauty industry chats were very unconventional. Well, I knew it was just a day at the office for Ritu. Talking business during an examination of my breast was a little more than awkward, but fortunately, my treatments came to an end with great outcomes. About the time I realized that my plans to retire from the beauty industry were going to need to be put on hold. There was clearly important work that we had to do together.
Our original idea for Solvasa was a skincare line. And it is a skincare line, but at the risk of sounding cliche, beauty is more than skin deep. We realize that people have different definitions of what is beautiful to them. But as a physician, I see beauty starting with a healthy body, a healthy mind that ultimately reflects on outward the skin. It's around this fundamental principle that we built the Solvasa concept of integrative beauty. We bring together proven Eastern traditional practices and modern Western science for a holistic approach to skincare and beauty.
As we developed the Solvasa concept, we knew that our vision could only be realized with a marketing model as compelling and integrative as our products and programs. I've been so grateful for the connected collective of talent that has come together to reimagine the future of integrative beauty with us. Our team is deep in experience and rich in passion. They are the best of the best.
Who would have thought to be one of my patients who gave me the confidence to take the leap to make Solvasa a reality?
And who would have imagined that Solvasa would be this amazing silver lining in my breast cancer experience?
I can't wait to see the difference Solvasa makes in people's lives.
That's a beautiful thought. Ditto that.
And what a difference they are making with just bringing this idea together and really bringing the team together to make Solvasa come to life. Like Lori said, because they are both so deeply connected, they have put together a team that has over 140 years of social selling direct sales experience, over 120 years of beauty and skincare experience, over 80 years of IT knowledge. That's just to name a few of the things. And this team has been responsible for building some of the top direct sales companies in the US, plus bringing new products to the skincare market over the years. And really, after gathering that team together and really painting the vision of Solvasa, then it was about putting together a name that spoke to that movement, that message. And when I asked about, what does Solvasa, first I had to learn how to say it correctly, but what does Solvasa mean? It was explained to me that it was really two words coming together, just like two worlds of East and West coming together. Sol is a Latin word meaning sun, light, heavens. Vasa has multiple meanings across the Eastern languages, and some of them include dwelling or a prolonged life or a vessel. And when I heard this, I imagined myself being a vase catching light and reflecting that light out to others. And that is what Solvasa is to me, where everyone aspires to beauty that radiates from whole wellness. And with our approach to integrative beauty coming from 2,000 plus years of new ideas to counter the effects of stress on our skin, as well as our overall well-being, we believe that we are definitely creating the right company with the right path to do just that. And it starts with our products. So I want to walk you through just a couple of the products that we have available that you would be able to purchase if you're interested in getting the products, or that you could purchase as a connector. And I want to start with our Crystal Energy Wand. Now, this is a one-of-a-kind genuine rose quartz wand. It's a patent pending tool, and it has a gentle massage feature to it that really helps massage the 40 plus muscles in your face, all while helping depuff and calm the skin. You can get great benefits with the wand for lymphatic drainage that will really help create better overall circulation. And this pairs beautifully with our next product, our Distressance Serum and Glide. Now, our Distressance Serum and Glide, when used with the Crystal Energy Wand, it provides a frictionless facial toning, all while supporting skin's resilience to stress. Due to the packed, potent ingredients, it delivers results. The anti-stress peptides, revitalizing cosmeceuticals, the adaptogenic ashwagandha really gives the skin an even toned, timeless radiance. I also want to share with you our Golden Harmony Cleansing Mask. This is hands down my go-to every morning and every night. It really helps calm the skin with the adaptogenic ashwagandha as well as the chaga mushroom. It will leave you with a clean, fresh feeling face. The kaolin clay pulls impurities and dead skin cells from your skin to really reduce the appearance of pores, all while helping support the skin's natural microbiome. This is a fabulous product. The next product that I want to share with you is our Golden Moment Turmeric Elixir, and we just announced that this is coming very soon. It's launching March 1st, and I will talk a little bit more about that towards the end. And if you've been to the Eastern countries, you've probably heard about golden milk. Well, this is our take. Now, this is a full functional dose of ashwagandha and curcumin, and this elixir really helps support resilience to stress with the Ayurvedic adaptogen in ashwagandha. And it just really helps your overall system. We recommend that you enjoy this golden moment at least once a day. I will tell you, I'm guilty of enjoying it sometimes twice a day. And I love doing it in the evening while practicing my 3 things that I'm grateful for to really help me just relax throughout the day and bring in that mindful moment for myself while drinking this just delicious drink. I will tell you, Lori shared with me she likes hers with coconut milk. I took it to the next level and started enjoying mine with a little dollop of coconut cream. And we cannot wait to hear how you love your elixir. Now, you've heard me share mindfulness a couple of times, and you might be thinking, okay, where does mindfulness come in? Well, it comes in with Dr. Kristen Race. Dr. Race founded The Mindful Life 12 years ago, all because she became increasingly concerned about the epidemic of stress that was affecting our society of all ages. And since that time, she's worked with everyone from Fortune 500 executives, first responders, women in leadership, athletes, all the way down to 4-year-old kids. And she's based her work off of 3 main pillars. First, neuroscience. Second, mindfulness, and the belief that small changes can make a big difference and a big impact in your life. With Dr. Race coming on board, she teaches us small practices that we can put into place while already doing routines that we're used to doing every single day with our skincare routine to really help us reset our mind, to help us take and leave stress at the door, if you will, and to take a few deep breaths. She teaches us small practices like PBR, that stands for pause, breathe, and respond with intention in everyday situations, whether it's running out late for a meeting or walking into a meeting late or rushing the kids around, how to really control yourself and help stop stress from getting the best of us personally and our skin. Not only that, but we have great resources for you to tap into as well. I want to start off by sharing the Solvasa Life blog. Now, this blog has tons of rich content on there for you to be able to not just use for yourself, but we built this content to really build a community and help inspire your community and network. So maybe you're interested in about learning how to meditate correctly, or really embracing and understanding the joy of missing out versus the fear of missing out. There is great information on that blog. It's completely free for you to go and to subscribe. And we encourage you to do just that, to search the articles and see what inspires you. Share it with others, because that's how we're going to spread our message. Not only that, but we also have a podcast called The Beauty Construct. This is a great podcast where, again, Lori Bush and Dr. Ritu Chopra have tapped into their extensive network to bring great minds to the table to share their expertise. One of the podcasts is with none other than Dr. Christy Funk, who really shares about breast health, There's also a podcast with Dr. David Lee, who helps us understand the importance of connection for mental health wellness. You can also hear our podcast with our very own Dr. Kristen Race, where she will walk you through some of those practices I talked about that you can implement in your everyday life. And again, this content is there for you to absorb yourself and to learn, but also to share out with your communities. So let's talk a little bit about what is the Connected Collective and what does it mean to be a connector? That is a little bit of a tongue twister for me. I have to slow down to say it. Well, overall, we want to promote healthy well-being from the inside out. And we're confident that the best and most effective way to do that is through our Connected Collective, really where everything comes together: the community, the products, the skincare, the wellness, the mindfulness, taking skincare routines and merging it with personal well-being. That's what we're looking to do. And we want to attract those who want to be thought leaders in the integrative beauty movement and help spread Solvasa's message. We believe Solvasa is for people who are looking for balance, fulfillment, and recognize that beauty not only starts with well-being, but beauty looks different to everybody, and we want to celebrate that. We borrowed the term connector from Malcolm Gladwell's book, Tipping Point, where he describes a connector as somebody who knows many worlds and connects others and networks to those worlds, bringing the world together. And we felt that that was such a rich statement that we decided to borrow that term from Malcolm and use it for our Connected Collective. Solvasa is the first company out there in integrative beauty space using the East meets West in the direct selling channel, where you're out there sharing about the products, the practices, and we provide the platform and tools for you to build your business. So before I get to that, maybe you're thinking, you know what, I really want to try these products. We have a great package for you to be able to come in on as a pre-launch customer. That package is a great value where you can get the Crystal Energy Wand, the Golden Harmony Cleansing Mask, as well as the Distressant Serum and Glide. Plus, you're going to get a sample of that Golden Moment Elixir. This is a great value where we're actually more than $50 savings, as well as we'll give free shipping on the package. And it also unlocks your ability to purchase other products that we have in our portfolio, as well as that Golden Moment Turmeric Elixir that will be launching March 1st. That is the way you can get your hands on it. Maybe you're thinking about the fact that, you know what, you want to be part of the Connected Collective. We have a couple of ways that you can join. We have a connector fee for $45 where it will turn on your website. We also have a great connector package that is going to give you the products for you to use, as well as demonstrable products, including that connector fee to turn on the websites, free shipping as well. You'll get 2 of the Crystal Energy Wands, 2 Golden Harmony Cleansing Mask, a Distressant Serum and Glide, 2 samples of that Golden Moment Turmeric Elixir, for you to be able to share out to friends and family or your network, or just save for yourself as well, for a great price of $300. And again, this turns on your website, so you will have a unique URL that you can share with your friends and family who might want to learn a little bit more about this opportunity or start on their skincare routine, all while learning more about mindful practices. Together, we believe Solvasa can be the vessel carrying light to all around us in our world, really by providing great products that work and an opportunity to deepen relationships while building a business. And we know where there is unity, there is strength, and where there's teamwork and collaboration, wonderful things can be achieved. So I am going to share, just for a quick another moment, a little bit about my story, because maybe you have been called by a friend or a family member, somebody who reached out to you to share a little bit more about Solvasa. That was me just a little over 6 months ago, where I was standing in my kitchen getting ready to leave to go to the gym with my husband, and somebody bursting with excitement all around Solvasa and the vision was blowing up my cell phone. And I learned a long time ago from my parents that you always look at what somebody is excited to share with you because they thought of you for a reason. And that's exactly what I did when I responded back to Lori Bush. And I will never forget my husband looking at me saying, I think our lives are about to change. When I realized the vision of everything Solvasa was about taking a moment for you and being okay with it, but still also celebrating the fact that I love entrepreneurship. I love everything about going out and building things. But to teach me how to take mindful moments for myself, it aligned perfectly for where I was at in my life. And I'm so grateful for that text message, that enthusiasm, and for the opportunity to say yes. So if you received a phone call or a text message like that, I hope that you're open to hearing a little bit more and having another conversation with the person who invited you to either listen to this call or this recording, because they see something in you, whether it's joining and getting some amazing products. Maybe it's joining to be a thought leader and locking arms with us as we build Solvasa and this entire vision and movement out. Or maybe you know 2 to 5 people who this would be a perfect opportunity for. I encourage you to reach back out to the connector who invited you to listen to this call, because that is how we're going to grow. That is how we're going to have an impact. And that is how we're going to spread our light and share it out with others. We are so grateful for your time tonight, and we are just wishing you all wonderful, mindful moments throughout the rest of your week. Have a great night, and thank you so much for joining us.
Good night.